Hey guys, Jay with Blackshirt Squad here. Today I'm going to show you how to modify any JavaScript game by modifying the code as it goes to your browser. This should work with other programming languages as well, but ones where you don't get to see the code directly, such as Java, it's an executable, you won't work with those. Well, one thing that I can foresee being asked is why can't I just edit this in the browser? So for example, you can just modify the HTML or CSS code directly in the browser and you'll see the changes propagated right there. Good enough. You can't do that with JavaScript because a whole bunch of things are set up at runtime, and so changing it after the fact isn't going to change it as it's running. Let's do it. So the only thing that we're going to need here is a web browser and this application here called Fiddler by the company Telerik. So first let's take a look at the game that we're going to modify. This is one of my all-time favorite games called Survive.io. A couple things to take note of here is that the Play Solo button says Play Solo, and when we jump into the game, we can only see for a real short range here. So let's open up our Fiddler Telerik game, or our Fiddler Telerik here. One of the things that we should have just seen is we've got all of these files from Survive.io. One of them is going to be the game file. Usually I look for the biggest file here. Looks like it's this one. Jump into the text view here. And if we look at the text view, we see that this does indeed look like all of our game code. But this was already sent to the browser. It was successful. So what we need to actually do is tell Fiddler to stop when it receives this file so that it'll give us some time to edit it. We do that by setting up a breakpoint. Down here you type in BPU. I've actually already done this, so it comes back up, but it'll BPU for breakpoint, and then just the name of the file that we're going to modify. You can hit the hotkey Control-I, and that will paste in the file that you're currently looking at. Alright, so let's hit enter. Then let's launch our browser again. We're going to do this in a private mode browsing because we don't want the file to be cached at all. If you don't do this, a lot of times the game server won't send you any information since the contents are already cached in your browser. And then this won't work. But we go to Survive.io, we can see that there's a whole bunch of information here that is not showing up, and that's because Fiddler stopped it in progress. It's this one with the red thing here. So we've got three options. We can choose to spend a specific response, whatever code we want. We can run it to completion, which should just send it to the browser like normal. Or what we can do is choose break on response, which sends the game contents to Fiddler but not yet to the browser. So that's what we're going to do. And then from here, let's choose Play Solo. Instead of it saying Play Solo, let's make it say Hacks. And then somewhere in here there should be a 1x scope. Let's change that one as well. Here we go. So let's change this to be something like 99. And then we'll hit run to completion with the modified game code. You'll see that it starts up in the browser, everything loads, but here it says hacks. And then if we jump into the game, we've got this massive view. You'll notice that some of the content here still isn't loading. That's because we can change everything on the client side, but there's going to be some processing that's done on the server side, and so it's withholding that information. So the server's just not sending us what is happening out here. There's probably a way to change that, but I don't know how. Anyways, that's it for today's tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, till next time, guys.